What percentage of the people that they personally recruited did they know the day they joined their company? Okay? What percentage of the people they've personally recruited do you think they knew the day they joined their company? The answer, on average, is less than 5%. Less than 5% of their success came from people that they knew. 95% plus came from people they met after. And you know why? Because they collect friends. You know why? Because they're constantly keeping their awareness up. They're constantly adding to their active candidate list. They're constantly treating this like a profession. This is their warehouse. Do you understand? They don't let their warehouse get empty. This is their warehouse. This is wealth for the people that they put in this list, as well as wealth and success for themselves and their families. Whether they're doing this to be able to take care of themselves, which is fine, by the way, or they're doing this to take care of other people, this is the wealth. This thing goes dry, so does your business. You got to be a pro here. You got to decide that you're going to go after it. So 2 a day, 2 a day, 2 a day, 2 a day, 2 a day. Right now I've given you a lot of homework already, and some of you are like, when am I going to have time to do this? You got plenty of time. Just start. Just start. And for now, you might be adding 100 people a day to your list just from your phone and your email and your social media. You got 100, and then your arm gets tired. You got to do it again tomorrow. No, do another 100, your arm gets tired. You got to do it again tomorrow. And then the friends of your friends, oh my God. Then my arm gets tired. I got to do it again tomorrow. I got to give you one quick tip before I keep moving. Well, first of all, let me finish the thought. Add as many as you can from your existing context and from your mind and from your friends' friends and all that stuff, as many as you can a day right now. Once that is relatively complete, I would suggest during this season to be adding 10 people a day. 10 people who have same passion as you, 10 people who have like-minded as you, 10 people who have similar beliefs than you. You can find those people based upon your 10 passions that you listed. Find one new friend for each of those 10 passions before you go to bed every night. Okay? And 10 a day, 10 a day, 10 a day, 10 a day, 10 a day. And now you're talking about huge numbers. Huge, huge, huge numbers. So now I got to think of what I was going to say before I sidetrack myself. I'll remember it in a second. Nope, it was there again. 10 a day, 10 a day. Okay, I'm going to keep moving, and then as soon as I keep moving, then I'll remember again. Okay. I want you to think about people as not as a destination, but as a doorway. Too many people change their thinking, and I'll tell you where I came up with this. Well, I'm going to show you a quick tip from a GoPro Recruiting Mastery training on this topic, and then I'll come back in just a minute. I want you to think of a prospect not as a destination, but as a doorway. So if you bring in 200 people you put on a list, that's 200 doorways that you can open and explore. 200 worlds that you can step into. 200 groups of people that you can have a conversation with. 200. Now, if those 200 each have 200, now you have 40,000 doorways to be able to walk into. Because rarely is the person that you personally involve into your business going to be the superstar. They're a doorway leading to somebody else, leading to somebody else, leading to somebody else until you find somebody hungry. And once you find somebody hungry, whether they're first generation or 40 generations deep, your mission, it becomes clear. All you have to do is give life to that hunger, give direction to that hunger, give assignments to that hunger, and everything else will take care of itself. So let go of the scarcity mentality There's a million things you can do on social media, but with or without that, could you make a list of 200 people, yes or no? Yes. Could you figure out those people's 200, yes or no? Yes, that's 40,000 people to have a conversation. Do your best to get 40,000 people to say no to you. You've got to be terrible. Think of the worst pitch ever. Call them up and say, hi, we've never met. You wouldn't want to be interested in a business, would you? Do that 40,000 times, you'll build a business. As bad as that would be. Now, can we do better? Of course. But don't put so much weight on the 14 people that you really want to join your business. And you ignore the 40,000 that are praying for an opportunity and just hoping that you show up. Got it? All right. So, I move around because I want to see all you guys, you know? I want to like hang out. So, all the people in VIP are like, this sucks, man. I'm just staring at an empty stage. Speaking of that, I'm going to go up and hang out with them. So, skill number 1, finding prospects. How many people feel a little bit more empowered to find some prospects? Anything, if you're not feeling empowered, it's just limiting beliefs. I was talking with a gentleman, I was doing an event in Austria, in an arena like this. And a person raised his hand, he said, I just moved to Milan in Italy, and I don't know anyone, and I want to build a business in Milan. He said, what do I do? And he looked like a sharp guy. I said, have you ever written a business plan in your life before? He said, well, yeah, plenty of them. How many people have ever written a business plan? I said, what if you wrote a business plan and the objective of the business plan was to find people to talk to in Milan? And he went, oh, I could do that. I said, okay, I want you to pull out all the stops. Tomorrow I want you to come back. We had a multiple day event. I want you to come back. I want you to present your business plan to the rest of the room. He came back the next day. He said, I've got 15 strategies. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm putting all the influencers in the market together. I'm making all this stuff happen. I'm doing this community work. I'm connecting with the charities. I've got it all figured out. See, it had nothing to do with his availability to get there. It had to do with his limiting beliefs. If you feel like you're not enough, if you feel like you can't do it, then you won't be able to. But if you come up with a creative way to solve the problem, it's going to get easy for you, okay? So stop badgering the same 14 tired folks. It's true, we do badger a couple people over and over and over, and we can do better than that. Now I remembered what I was going to tell you. And it came from, see, I just needed to have a video clip so I could remember these things. This came from one of my mentors, my early mentors, one of the top earners the number 1 earner in the company that I was in. Remember when I told you I went into that boardroom and I asked the question and I really felt like an idiot because they were just so past my simple basic question. But the top earner pulled me aside, he said, and he gave me some tips, the tips that I'm giving you, as far as how to build a list. I said, yes, I get that, but what do I do now? I'm full-time. I've got to have somebody to talk to now. He said, Eric, if you had to, could you move heaven and earth and sponsor one person in the next 72 hours? I said, if I had to, yeah, sure. He said, you wouldn't even need the training, would you? No, I would just be scrappy enough, hungry enough. I go walk around at the mall. I'll do something. I'll go door to door if I have to, whatever. But I could find a way to sign some people. He said, Eric, let me tell you one of the best groups of people that you can talk to is your new distributors' prospects. I was like, tell me what you mean. He said, well, if you work with that brand new distributor, they're going to be scared, right? Yeah. They're going to be nervous, right? Yep. They're going to be anxious, right? Yep. But you're confident when it comes to presenting the opportunity, right? You just don't have enough people to talk to. Correct. He said, well, if they'll make a list of people, all they have to do is introduce those people to you. They'll be willing to do that because they want you to do the presentation, so they don't have to. All you got to do is encourage them to build their list and introduce you to them. And now you've got 200 prospects to talk to. I said, yes, but they're not my front line. He said, who cares? Rarely is a frontline person going to be your superstar anyway. Who cares if it's level 2 or level 3? For some of you just went, oh my God, I have this existing team. I can go talk to all those people. If you're stuck, move heaven and earth, sponsor someone, or take that person that's currently in your group and instead of ignoring them, trying to do your personal recruiting, help them do some recruiting. They provide the people, you provide the presentation. All you got to do is teach them how to build a list, which is what you're getting from this training, and then how to introduce you to the people on that list. And they're going to be grateful because they're nervous as heck. And you're going to be grateful because you need some fresh people to talk to that don't have preconceived ideas about you. Understand? So one of the best ways is your team members' prospects. Keeps you active, keeps your business moving. Make sense? So, back to recap here. Step 1, build a comprehensive list. Step 2, list everyone, all your contacts, and who are they connected with. It's going to open up a whole new world. Step 3, constantly expand your list. Step 4, it looks like we're going to get our first training in an hour. It's a pretty simple one, even though you got a lot of homework to do. I mean, you got your memory jogger, you got a lot of homework to do. And also, I would tell you, before we give you step 4 and 5, this course is available inside of GoPro Academy. It's a detailed, it's got program transcriptions, a workbook, the whole thing. Sorry, wrong one. Where is it? Here it is. Limitless, how to never run out of quality prospects. It's available inside of GoPro Academy. You all have access to it. If you want to go deeper, even further than this is going to give you an ocean. We already given you an ocean of homework, but if you want to go further, you can either rewatch what we're doing right now, or you can go watch this. Now, step number 4 is network on purpose. Network on purpose. Now, in our interesting times right now, depending on when you're watching this, it's a little more difficult to physically network on purpose. You can't go join and go to a new church right now. You can't go join a new gym right this second. You can't go, connect with business owners in your local market, but you still can network on purpose online. Find influential people, find quality people, find valuable people, connect into those groups. Now, here's the way the greatest networkers in the world do what they do. Their driving thought is, how can I bring value to this person? I want you, as a habit, if you see someone who has a need, try to think of somebody else who can serve that need and connect the two. Person says, oh my gosh, I need these carpets cleaned, and you know a carpet cleaner. You take a moment and connect those two without any agenda. If a person's looking for a person, they're looking for a resource, they're looking for a recommendation, do everything you can to network on purpose and bring value. Bring value, don't keep score. Be known as that connector out there. Connectors have incredible power, okay? So be a connector to people in need. If somebody's struggling with homeschooling their kids, and you know somebody else who's amazing at it, get 3 tips from that person amazing at it, and offer those tips up to the person who's struggling with it. Or if you know somebody's amazing, why don't you just go on Zoom and do a little interview with that person that's amazing, and just provide it, post it up for everybody that's homeschooling, so they get value from it. Why? Just to be a good neighbor, just to provide value. When you do that, your influence is going to grow dramatically. Okay?